Every heartbeat involves millions of cells firing together. Each one contributes a tiny electrical push in a specific direction. Add all of those directions together and you get one overall direction. That direction is the net direction electricity travels through the ventricles during the heartbeat. That's what we call the heart axis. In a normal heart, the left ventricle is more muscular than the right, so it contributes more to the overall electrical pull. And there's another key detail. The heart doesn't sit upright in the chest. Its general orientation is tilted. It is tilted downward and to the left. So the final electrical vector follows both the structure and position. It points in the same general direction as the heart itself, downwards and to the left. That's why in a normal heart, the axis usually ends up pointing down and left, towards the left ventricle, and along the heart's natural orientation in the chest. That's the expected direction and it can be measured precisely. That measured direction is what we call the axis. You don't need all 12 leads to find the axis. You only need two, lead 1 and lead AVF. Lead 1 looks at the heart from the left side at 0 degrees, and lead AVF looks at the heart from below at 90 degrees. Together, they divide the heart's electrical direction into 4 simple regions. Instead of thinking in numbers, let's think in space. Lead 1 is asking, is the electrical activity going towards the left side of the body? And lead AVF is asking, is the electrical activity going downward? Now look at the QRS in lead 1. Is it positive or is it negative? Do the same for lead AVF, positive or negative. If both leads are positive, the electricity is going downwards and to the left, toward both leads. That's the normal heart axis. If lead 1 is positive, but lead AVF is negative, the signal is going leftward, but not downward. That's what we call left axis deviation. If lead 1 is negative, but lead AVF is positive, the direction is shifting away from the left and more towards the right. That's what we call right axis deviation. And if both are negative, the electrical vector is pointing somewhere completely unusual. That's what we call extreme axis deviation. 2 leads, 2 questions, giving us 4 answers. The normal axis range is negative 30 degrees to positive 90 degrees. That entire range sits down and to the left, consistent with the left ventricle dominant heart. Left axis deviation is more negative than negative 30 degrees, meaning that electricity is moving more to the left than down. Right axis deviation is more positive than positive 90 degrees, meaning that electricity is moving more down than to the left. And if the axis goes beyond plus 180, looping past the bottom of the circle entirely, that's an extreme axis deviation, sometimes called the no man's land of the axis, meaning that electricity is neither flowing down nor to the left. For most purposes, you don't need the exact degree. Knowing which of these 4 categories the axis falls into is usually enough. So the axis is just the net direction electricity travels through the ventricles during one heartbeat. To find it, you only need two leads, lead 1 and lead AVF. Check if each is positive or negative. If both are positive, that's normal axis, meaning the electricity is moving down and to the left. If lead 1 is positive and lead AVF is negative, that's what we call left axis deviation. If lead 1 is negative and lead AVF is positive, that's what we call right axis deviation. And finally, if both are negative, that's what we call extreme deviation or the no man's land. That's the axis, simple, and once you know where to look, everything becomes easier. Thank you, that's all, and see you in the next lecture.